Hi, how you doing? Standing behind me is the remains of a simply beautiful former medieval church, and we're in Oxfordshire. But I don't want to say too much to you. You're just going to have to wait and enjoy your history lesson and then come back to me, because I think you're going to really like this one. Stay with me. See you later. Located in a valley in the Chilterns, just shy of Henley-on-Thames, lies a simply beautiful ruin, that of the Church of St James in Bixbrand. The church started life being built in the Norman period and was logged in a Domesday survey as having 10 families on site. The original settlement began life earlier on in the Saxon period, probably coming about due to it being close to a major route across the Chilterns. The features of the church, as you would see, wouldn't have looked much different from its original construction, having been noted that it was a simple 2-room design and would have had a smaller wooden bell tower above. Its demise, like almost all ruined churches, came about from the settlement's decline and funds to keep the church going. It would be around the 1700s when the church became unstable, when 2 brick buttresses had to be installed to shore up the rear wall. Its closure finally came in 1874 when it was deemed beyond repair. In 1992, however, English Heritage took over the site and is now a scheduled ancient monument, with open-air services still being carried out several times a year, and in my opinion, well worth a visit should you be in the area. Hello and welcome back. Wow, it is apart from the planes that have been going over, so I sort of paused recording and just had a moment to myself, because do you know what? There is a certain serenity about this place that the moment you walk through that sort of archway of trees or avenue of trees and you come here, it's just magical. And it's really interesting because before I came here, it reminded me so much of a church that I visited in Milton Keynes, and just because of the layout, it looked almost identical. And I was thinking, oh, okay, right, well, you know. And then I'm here, and then I look up at the valley, and it reminds me of Maplescombe Chapel in Kent as well, the barely ruinous chapel there. And it's really weird. What I'm basically trying to say is that this place seems to be an amalgam of different ruined churches that I've visited. It just seems to sort of have lots of different sort of like qualities to the places that I've visited before. Which is interesting, because I sort of think to myself, if I'd come here before any of those ones, I probably would have said the same about the ones that I've visited afterwards, if that makes sense to all of you. But isn't this just it's picturesque? I apologise for the wind's coming out. I've didn't bring the wind muff with me today, so if you can forgive me for that. But look at this. Wow. I mean, it's a wow, isn't it? For all of you, it's interesting. Driving down here as well. Obviously, we're in Oxfordshire, as I said. Driving down here as well, there is a certain sort of. It feels like when you're driving down here that you shouldn't be coming down here, if that makes sense. It's kind of one of them roads that you sort of feel like, oh God, like, don't feel like I should be driving down this. But you are allowed, by the way. Just want to make that really clear. But this is a nice one. I haven't really ever been to a bad ruined church ever, so to sort of say that is a little bit, you know. But oh wow, this is really nice. Look at that. It's just a shame, isn't it? Well, is it? I mean, you know, I suppose, would you have wanted to have seen it complete? You know, knowing that you're here and you can see this view of that. I mean, you know, would you have wanted that? I don't know. I just don't know. Obviously there's been restoration and, you know, you can see that that's been bricked up. But, oh, it was nice actually, because you see that obviously that, you know, they have had congregations down here and they still sort of practice it, which is really so nice and so refreshing. And you sort of think sometimes, why can't more ruined churches still have that sort of vibe about them, you know? Look at that. Oh, it's just so pretty. Really is. So pretty. Look at that. Does that look like there's an original door? Oh no, that's just a weight thing. I almost thought to myself, oh, I wonder if that was part of the original door, but it's not. But, you know, still spoiled, aren't we, by this? It's just weird because there is such a strange serenity about this place. Like I said, the moment you walk in and you're just like, oh, calm now. Calm. You know, really, there's just, oh. And obviously it's a beautiful day today as well. Obviously you don't know that, but trust me, it's a beautiful day. Let's take a look at the grave. Emma, wife of Charles, that says. So I was sort of just lamenting to myself just a minute ago, and I was sort of thinking, God, like, I just feel like this would be a place that I'd love to sort of get married in, because you can imagine. Well, I was sort of imagining it really, all the congregation, everybody up there, and then getting married just here. Yeah, cool. Random thoughts. Shouldn't be thinking that. Yeah, I don't know, there's just something about this place, and you sort of think to yourself, and I'm trying to think why, like, out of all the church ruins that I've visited before, why does this one feel really calming more than any other? Not that any other ones haven't been calming, but this one just, like, whoa, spiritually, it just sort of just hits you, like, calm-wise, for me anyway. I just feel really like, oh, you know, in the moment I walked through those arches, it was a beauty. It really was just such a spiritual experience. Oh, you've got to come here. You really have. I mean, if you get the opportunity, come here, because if you pick a day like this, oh, just, yeah, there's an energy about it. It just feels really nice. Well, as I leave this just wonderful church, I think I'm going to spend a bit more time here after I finish filming. I'm just trying to work out why this energy feels really nice to me. It just feels really kind and like, oh, it's like a spiritual hug. I don't know why. Then I've just realised I started talking about if I ever got married, that would be a perfect place, and picturing it and thinking, oh my God, where's this coming from? Yeah, it's got me hooked, this place. I don't know why. Maybe it was a past life regression, if you believe in that. Maybe I was around here at some point and I visited it in the past on my way. Who knows? It's just the valley in which it sits as well. It's gorgeous. Like I said, it just feels like, I know I've said it already, but it genuinely feels like an amalgam of the different ruins that I've visited. Strange. Anyway, in the immortal words of Phoenix history, thank you so much for coming along with me to this, let's have it in the background, this, well, spellbinding church. Yeah, wow. First time on the channel. And yeah, the irony is, it's just a ruin. It's one that, you know, I've visited many times. There are prettier ruins. There's, you know, but this one's just got something about it, and it's lovely. It's really lovely. And maybe it's because, like, you know, that people do visit here, and they do sort of, you know, I'm not religious in that respect. Like I said to you before, you know, I'm very spiritual. My spiritual type of religion. I'm not a faith, shall we just sort of say. But oh, it's lovely. Step out of the shade, is this. Anyway, in the immortal words of Phoenix history, I really hope you enjoyed this one, and like I said, I thoroughly recommend, if you're spiritual, if you've got any inkling to it, just come down there and just feel it. It's a beautiful energy. Well, it is for me anyway. So yeah, stay safe. Love to all of you out there, because history matters. Feel free to spread the word of the channel. Much love. Take care. Goodbye, and I'll see you all very soon. Ready? Come on in. Come out.